切れですか。あなたは本当に多いんだ。手応えがなさすぎる。わしはまだ死ぬん。さ
Broken Bond has got a badass opening. We're at one of the climactic battles of the Konoha invasion. Yeah, Naruto and Sasuke are out battling Gaara, but screw them for now. This is the third Hokage versus Orochimaru in one great showdown. Orochimaru is rezzing warriors from the past, namely the first and second Hokage, and the atmosphere is killer. Unlike its predecessor, Rise of a Ninja, the story sequences are recreated in the very artistically sound 3D graphics as opposed to cutting away to anime scenes from the television series. It keeps you in the action while still the pulse-pounding OST from the series is just keeping it all together. Say what you will about the show, where it went, and shonen in general, but I don't see how anyone could deny that this soundtrack from the original show is spectacular. So hell yeah, and this is just the intro. The game teaches you how to fight and sets the mood for something that could be great. I like to view Naruto, the Broken Bond, as essentially two different games. Like many Naruto games of late, for the non-combat portions, the story mode has you roaming around in a 3D environment as you collect crap, go on missions, and further advance the story. Maneuvering around areas is spot on, the villages are all faithful recreations, and while I was a little bit worried after tackling Ultimate Ninja 4's utterly generic areas, the Broken Bond was actually pretty good. Here is the problem though, the filler. All of the scenes taken directly from the show kick ass. Even the relatively short showdown between Sasuke and his brother Itachi in the inn was handled awesomely and was just great fun. But then, yeah, the side missions. Jak and Daxter or Mario 64, this is not. You're wandering around trying to find generic icons that represent like wood in order to fix some dude's boat or whatever. You're spending 30 minutes of your time trying to comedically get Jiraiya laid by getting some chick chocolates and pearls and crap. This is not exactly a breathtaking portion of the game. I won't go so far as to say that these portions are even bad though, because the controls are tight, and it's kind of amusing to switch between the various characters to use their jutsus in unique situations, but it's not much more than boring ass average. You're slogging through this crap in order to replay your favorite moments from the TV show. Sure, there's many, as the story spans from Naruto seeking out Tsunade to the Great Sasuke showdown, but similar to the show, the filler parts are definitely the downtime. Alright, inside Naruto, the Broken Bond is a competent fighter. It's 3D, you move back and forward while up and down sidestep. The combo system is really not my favorite, and it kind of reminds me of the latest Dragon Ball Z games. You know, where instead of pulling off a quick or a fierce attack depending on the situation, you're dialing in like X, 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 Y, or back X, 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 Y, or crap like that. It's not like it's hard to memorize, and really you can pick a character and the game will even teach you each combo through a tutorial rather than just having to review a list you find online. But as a fan of fighters, I don't consider it the most compelling system ever. However though, it is still pretty damn fun, and don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it. About 25% through the story, I just sort of said screw it for a while and decided to take this biatch online. Of course, I got my ass handed to me repeatedly as I more or less had to learn to play the game for real, as my button mashing strategy, which was working quite well against the computer, was getting me nowhere fast, but like I said, a lot of fun. Time seemed to move at a crawl as I played through the story, but it just started to fly as soon as I took it online. There's enough community to always find a game, and the ranking system for finding people is just spot on. No problems at all here. I have my doubts on whether this game could ever register in as a perfectly balanced game for, you know, the hardcore fighters, but with the casual matches I was having online, there is definitely a range of skill to be had, and button mashing will just screw you over. There's also an offline fighting mode that plays pretty much like a standalone fighting game and is quite fun as well. The Broken Bond is an improvement over Rise of a Ninja. More characters, the fighting system's been improved, and just fighting in general is fun. I'll go as far as to say that if the story mode didn't exist, I still wouldn't have considered it to be a waste. Here is how I measure things up. The story mode is passable, I guess, but only for the true Naruto nuts that haven't been burned out on the story who like to daydream what it would be like to be a ninja in the Naruto world. It's kind of okay to check out every now and then, but it's just not great. But anyway, to move on to the second style of gameplay, to play the fighter portion, you should still have an appreciation for the show, as it's still not the greatest fighting game available of its kind, and really this is probably not the fighter to, you know, like, settle serious business, but if you enjoy Naruto and enjoy fighting games, you should end up having quite a blast. For the Naruto nuts who enjoy fighting games, I'll probably recommend buying this one. While the story arcs covered in this game is probably some of the best of what Naruto has to offer, I'll admit that I'm a little burnt out on the franchise, but I did enjoy myself. I actually do recommend checking out this game. Naruto: The Broken Bond for the Xbox 360 receives a 7 out of 10.